In today's world, there is a need for more understanding and awareness in regard to diversity, equity, and inclusion within the workforce. Wherever you're at in your journey with DEI, Compliance Training Group will partner with you in the transformation and building of cultural awareness within your workforce.
Hi, I'm Patty. I'm the Executive Senior Vice President here at Compliance Training Group, and I have the pleasure of having my colleague, Andrea, who also is one of our executive trainers, join us to have a conversation around DEI. Thanks for joining, Andrea.
Oh, hi, Patty. Thanks for having me. It's good to be here. I'm excited to have to talk to you a little bit more and converse about DEI. Well, there's a lot of different things, especially in the world of DEI, which is diversity, equity, and inclusion. And I think what's more important is to understand that it is constantly evolving. So I think as times change and society changes and evolves, our understanding of DEI evolves with it. So right now we know is a very sensitive time in society and in our nation. So yeah, I think there are a lot of organizations that are looking for ways to build that cultural awareness and diversity within their organizations, but sometimes they just don't know how, even where to start. And I think part of that conversation is just sometimes having an organization, a company like Compliance Training Group that can help organizations get started.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I guess what I'm thinking about, though, is whether it's like some of the trainings that we have, sexual harassment training, which is mandated in certain states, and you have to teach on certain elements of that whole topic. But with DEI, I'm just not sure that it's a training that we can do as a check the box. I think we need to have more conversation depending on the organization that hires us to do it. What do you think about that?
Well, I think it's great. And at CTG, that's one of our specialties. We've been in business for over 20 years. And over that time, we have a lot of different experience. And what is really unique with how we teach it, because there are a lot of opportunities, there's a lot of companies and individuals, but what's special about CTG is that we help you assess where you are in your DEI journey within your organization so we can help plan the training for your needs. It doesn't really help if we are training just, very generally, and it doesn't really help your organization. So we do have that one-on-one assistance to help your organization get to the next level. So again, wherever you're at in your journey and where you want to be, CTG is there to help you.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea because I can see certain companies just wanting to do a knowledge check, a basic, like I said earlier, check the box. But I've also had some clients asking for workshops, breaking it down, doing one specifically on, let's say, unconscious bias, doing one on cultural competence, really breaking it down into segments so that people can understand exactly what this is all about.
Yeah, well, it definitely has hit, a point where a lot of companies and organizations, and I don't want to just say workforces. I mean, it could be something as, any group, whether it's at your church, a PTA, it could be a bowling league. There are so many different organizations that have a need for diversity training. And really what it does is it helps individuals become aware, not just of their own culture, but also have appreciation, respect for other cultures and lifestyles in order to increase empathy amongst each other. And that's really what it is just having a different understanding and perception and acceptance and celebration of other people's culture and background. And really, that's what we're here to help.
Right. Well, one of the things that we did at another place that I worked, which I've brought up at Compliance Training Group, especially with different cultures, getting people engaged, making them feel comfortable, inclusive, I guess, is the term for it nowadays. But, maybe doing things that people have never done before. And one of those, of course, is the conversation about who we are, where did we come from, what experiences we have, because not everybody has had the same life. And I think even
Yeah.
at work, that's something that we can share with and teach our people.
Yeah. And I think that's a really good point you brought up is about the definition or how do we define diversity? And I think there is real no, way to define it. There is a large impact that people have. So diversity can be diversity of thought, diversity of culture, diversity of experience, life experience,
Mm-hmm.
how you grew up, diversity of what you enjoy as your hobbies. So I think sometimes organizations and us as human beings and individuals go along with what society has told us diversity is, but it's not just a box of gender or race and ethnicity. It's really a very complex, multifaceted. We're not 2D. We're not just an image that people see. We are very complex, and our individual diversity is made up of our entire life. And that's what's really important is we can bring that out, help people become more engaged, and help those organizations create that path where their employees do feel valued, appreciated, and they're vested in this journey. Because in reality, when you have a workforce that is culturally aware and diverse, it really affects the bottom dollar. You can have greater innovation, technology, problem solving. There are so many different ideas that come from not just having a diverse workforce, but being able to utilize it. And that's the key.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Andrea.
Thank you. Thank you, Pat. It was nice talking to you today.
Yeah, you too. Let's get together more often.